Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my videos for my 75 days of Kingdom Hearts. Am I supposed to say hashtag in front of that, or can I just say Kingdom Hearts? With that said, I wanted to talk about something that was an older topic, but I wanted to put my spin on it. And I've had a few of these topics like this. The one thing that came up to me, and I was rewatching one of these older videos where they're commenting on whether or not we've seen too much, which was another topic, was Aqua being Norted was a big reveal. And I don't think it was. So, even though we go away from a fragmentary passage showing that she is confident to stand against the darkness, it seems that time in the realm of darkness is entirely subjective. Now, just to clarify, and this is more because I want to make sure we're using the same terms. Objective means that if you and I have a watch and we time out 10 minutes, we both have 10 minutes. Subjective would be, wow, I've been playing all night long and it's only been a couple hours. So the way we perceive time would be subjective. The way time actually is objective. So subjectively, we do not know how much time she has spent in the realm of darkness. Because we don't know how much time she spent in the realm of darkness, that could mean entirely she has felt like she has been there for centuries. Not a few days, not another year. We're talking centuries. And this is one of the most telling things about when the game begins out. She is literally having to be saved by the spirits of her friends, by their hearts. Literally. Their Keyblades come out of nowhere, defend her for a moment, and she's like, oh, well, I guess I gotta keep going. They're still out there. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm not putting her journey down. But what I'm saying is, the way that the game is, that the game makes her seem is entirely like she's breaking every single moment. And that was the point. And I think Nomura knew this. I think Nomura knew this, and when he wrote everything down for that, he's like, okay, she is literally breaking. There's nothing more she can do. This is the way that it's going to be. And that's something that's super important to me when I'm discussing things like this. So, Aqua being Norted was a matter of time. And we're not talking about the realm of darkness corrupting her. We're talking about actually being Norted. That fight with her, inside the realm that we're going to have with her inside the realm of darkness, we see Mickey and damn, can't remember a name for the life of me today. We see that Riku and King Mickey get bodied, both each. We see her pick up the Dusk Till Dawn, I think is what it's called, Mickey's new Keyblade. And she's like, I want to make you suffer like I've suffered. Or let you feel the pain that I've suffered, or something like that. Forget the actual line, because it's unimportant to me at the moment. So this means, subjectively, she could have spent centuries there waiting for someone to save her. And the first person to come along is Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. And she's worn down, she's beat up. She just can't. Essentially, she has no strength left to fight. Her heart's not in it. And that's the big thing. So, this is my bit of prediction for this, because this is more or less talking about Aqua as a general discussion and being Norted as a general discussion. The catch for this is, Aqua probably was given a choice. She was probably told, look, this is what we can do for you. Let me into your heart. Not only will you get your revenge on the people who abandoned you here, That's the way I think it'll be phrased, because when you take a look at these situations, it's normally phrased as one person abandoning another, whether or not it's the way it should be. But off to the side over there in my corner. With that said, sorry, I'm trying to stay on focus. I'm trying to get these videos under 20 minutes and under 15 minutes. Aqua was probably given a chance, and she probably willingly let him in. For some reason, I just don't see him popping up out of nowhere, pulling out his Keyblade, and taking a risk. If you can convince her that she's not going to see anybody else again, and it may seem like another eternity before she sees another person, absolutely. Absolutely, she just might say yes in order to escape the place that she's in, thinking that she might have another way out once she's out. But it's not enough. Oh, I'm in so much pain. See where I'm going? It's really simple to derive her motives. And more than likely, essentially what's going on is she's being given a chance to save Vin. Because Xehanort, or Ansem, whether or not they tag team her or not, that's beside the point, off in a corner, probably says, all we need is your help. We want Vin awake too. We want Vin safe and sound. And that's the big catch there. Is when you're a megalomaniac, you can be really charming. You smile. Well, not that smile. I can't do it without being creepy at the moment. But you smile. You give them the assurances that they want to hear. And those assurances are, you're going to be able to see your friend again. You're going to get out of this realm of darkness and get back into the light. And we're here for you. Come here, Aqua. We're here for you. Oh. Okay, that's a bit creepier. I probably won't do that again. But that's a great way to get her on your side. You tell her everything she wants to hear. You know what she wants to hear? We can save Vin. You know what she wants to hear? You can save Terra. You know what she wants to hear? We will get you out of here. So Aqua becoming a Nort is not something that should have been a surprise or a, man, that just came out of nowhere. That should have been seen by everyone. And I'll admit, going at the end of Fragmentary Passage, it felt like she had regained that confidence in order to continue doing what she was doing. But it was probably just a facade. Well, we know it's a facade. We don't know what happens to break it away, but we're going to guess that it's a facade. Now, one of the more interesting things is that we've actually seen, I don't know if it's a concept fight, just to show that what it would look like, or if that's going to be really content in the game. So if it's really content in the game, we know we're going to fight her, but are we going to restrain her? And that's part of the reasons I had do you own your Keyblade conversation, is because we are going to make an assumption here. Before Mickey and Riku arrive, she throws away the Way to Dawn. She bodies them without a Keyblade, and that's the reason she's picking up Mickey's Keyblade. It also begs the question, can Mickey get his Keyblade back once he has his arms free? Because if you notice in that trailer, his arms were pulled back and only his body is shown. So everything else is in that portal. But we take a look at it, and that might just be something that we have to do. But will she be able to take the Master's Defender back? Will this be a situation where, and it's a strange thought, and some other people have mentioned this, maybe she's gone through the process that Vanitas has. Vanitas isn't really going... Whew. Vanitas isn't trying to harm her in that scene in the Land of Departure. He's putting her dark side back. Just a thought. But that's wow, that's kind of an interesting thought. But with that said, there's a lot that can be spoken about Aqua, but her reveal doesn't take away much. Now, we're not going to have that moment where we drop the controller, but some of us wasn't going to have that moment to begin with. I've seen a few people, they're small time channels who've said, yeah, we saw that coming a mile away. They didn't have a big reaction to it when you see their reaction trailers, and I wasn't doing trailers back then, and my content was geared towards a different audience, so that's the reason I didn't do that content. But with that said, I want to say, let's take a further look into this, because we know that there's a very good possibility that, I think Namor has flat out said it, Aqua's going to be saved. She's not going to be this damsel in distress. She's not going to remain a Nort. The way that he phrased it implies that she will be saved. It's like if you ask someone, can I do this? And they say, well, why couldn't you do it? And it's like something that's of a questionable nature. You're implied that it is something you can do. Now, with all that said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say good night, good evening, good afternoon, and may joy be to you all. And I'm about to whore myself out. Yeah, I'm going to make this a thing. So, I have a Patreon. I have a Twitch affiliate. I'm a Twitch affiliate, which means I can get subscriptions. I can get donations through bits. And I do have donations for my Patreon and my Streamlabs, and I may need to add my Streamlabs to the links here in case you guys do want to donate. Any donations I receive will be going to an Elgato or some other capture card device. That way I can... Elgato is a recognizable brand, sorry. That way I can capture the game off of my PS4, and if I raise enough money, I'm going to get a PS4 Pro so I can stream everything in the higher quality with the reduced frame rate reduction. So with that said, for this part, please like, comment, and subscribe. Still feels weird to say those words because it's not something I used to say on my other videos. Like, comment, and subscribe. I do interact with my audience. I think you guys are wonderful. I know my average is around 6-7 views. Some of my videos get up to 20. I've got 200 on one, or 200 on a couple actually. Check the playlist. The playlist has plenty of other content for you. So if you've only seen my new stuff since I started doing this talking head thing, please take a look into that. Take a look into those. I bet you're gonna find something that might spark your interest, and comment on it. Let me know what you think, or if I'm just way off of base with some of these guesses. With some of these conjectures, speculation, theory crafting, whatever you want to call it. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and may joy be to you all.